Good morning, good morning. I hope everybody's doing super amazing. I know it's been a while since I've posted on here. And so I wanted to come on because I've been feeling that call to come in and share a little bit about the energies that are currently going on, collectively speaking, and how we may be feeling them in our individual self. And so I know that as of yesterday, Mercury went direct. I believe it was retrograded in Leo, if you follow the sidereal astrology. And so when it came to, the period, or that period in which Mercury was retrograded in Leo, I believe that the biggest thing that Mercury was helping us with in the spiritual aspect was the ability to express our individual self in a way that it is communicated in an empowering, inspiring, and motivating way. And so I know that everybody understands that concept, right? Okay, well, Leo is a sign of self-expression, it's a sign of love, it's a sign of passion, right? It's a sign of a diplomacy, right? Diplomacy where everybody has a voice, everybody has, a vision, everybody can come together and build upon that vision, right? Finding your soul tribe, finding your group, finding a group of people that is supporting that vision and working together towards that. And as I say that, I'm picturing the Three of Pentacles cards, right, which is collaboration. And I feel like that was the biggest highlights when it came to Mercury retrograde. And of course, Mercury being the planet of the thought, the mind, right? Of the communication aspect, and having that emphasis with Leo on self-expression. A lot of times we get stuck in that question as to, okay, well, what type of self-expression? What is it that I'm needing to express, right? But we don't have that full understanding, that full awareness until we start looking into the parts of ourselves that have been fragmented, right? Without a complete or a whole, the aspect of wholeness, we are not able to clearly express what it is that our soul is pushing us and urging us to express. So let me explain that a little, right? And I'm going to use myself as an example. It's the biggest thing that comes to mind at the time. But when it came to my self-expression, right, what I was trying to communicate, what I was, my truth, the thing that drives me. At first, during the retrograde, I was struggling a lot with the verbiage. And I kept getting that message, verbiage. And through, consulting with some of my trustworthy people, I understood that it is knowing and understanding, not just as simple as terminology, but knowing and understanding what it is that you are experiencing and why that is that you're not able to express yourself. And this is so small, right? At plain sight, it can look so small and so insignificant, but it's so deep because it really does go as far as, the expression, the understanding of that we are experiencing. And so at first I was like, okay, well, I understand now. I have to learn the in my aspect, right? In my case, because I am dual linguistic, I'm bilingual. I had to learn the verbiage to explain some of the things that I was feeling, right? Some of the narratives that was going on between my mind, body, and soul. But then once I understood that concept, I was able to go even a level deeper. And what that means is that I was able to understand and relate and also name the things that I was struggling with internally. And it went so deep that, it backtracked all the way into the past, right? So, past life regression could be a different lifetime, meaning reincarnation. It could also be things that happened in the past that your memory blocked, or your mind blocked in order to protect itself. So I was able to tap into that, and I was able to learn about the different fragmentations that happened during my childhood, which disabled me in the aspect of being able to communicate and self-express myself properly. And so coming from the mindset or even the life experience, which honestly I'm in my late 30s, and so I can honestly say up until now it's been most of my life where I felt misunderstood, I felt inadequate, I felt like I did not belong, right? That being able to go in that deep and look at those fragments, right, allowed me to connect them to myself, to my sense of self, the I. But now understanding the verbiage, knowing the terminology, and understanding the reasons behind it, that opened up my throat chakra to be able to explain and express myself in the way that this Mercury retrograde or even my life journey was calling me to do. And so through that, understanding that fragmentation, understanding why did I go through the things that I went through, right? This allowed me to walk into this new space where I know now I have the certainty and the confidence that whatever it is that I'm communicating, I'm expressing it in a way that people can understand, which opens up the door for a mutual connection where there's equal give and take, there's mutual understanding, there's mutual respect. And so, you know, nobody likes to be in the kitchen, right, when it's super hot and things are ramping up, but it's through that period of, you know, of pressure, it's through that period of that heat, right, that extreme heat that makes us uncomfortable, is that we're able to discover and dismantle and even get in touch with our inner self-expression. And so with the energies, and then as of yesterday, we still know that there is, you know, that little time period where, okay, Mercury's direct, but we're still not in the clear yet, right? Because these transitions are a little bit more slower than what we want to give them credit for. And even when physically the transitions have already happened, it's more of an energetic thing, and energy is subject, right? So energy is subject to the person, to the individual. So for some of us, we're able, those light workers that have been, you know, in the ringer for quite some time, we're able to transmute that energy a little bit quicker, a little bit smoother than someone who is just now going through their awakening, where, you know, these energies might still be in the process of transmutation and balancing out for a couple weeks up into a month. And so I feel like that is what's happening right now. We'll still experience some hiccups, is what I like to call it, some breakouts, right, within the next couple of days. But I do feel that energetical shift where we're feeling more at ease, we're feeling more at peace. We are feeling more in alignment with our own journey and where we're needing to be. This is not going to kick in till around but something important around December, right? September 6th time frame. All right. I feel like that's when we're finally going to get that fresh breath, right, to continue to go on, carry on, move on, and be able to, I would love to, and if you know it, please share that with me. I would love to learn the word that is anonym, right? The opposite of synonym, or antonym, I believe, of fragmentation, right? So what's the opposite of fragmentation? Which is unity, which is putting together, right? And that's when that energy is going to kick in. So if you guys are still going through that period where things are really hard, things are super challenging, please don't let that habitual mental, like that prime brain, you know, trick you into thinking this is it or there's no out of this. it is going to change, and you're going to start seeing confirmations through numbers. You're going to start seeing confirmations through conversations with people. For some of you guys, things are gonna, not magically, right, but things are going to clear out on its own. And so the universe is calling you not necessarily to take action, but to get clear-minded, because literally the internal narrative that you have going on within versus the versus the narrative of your soul's path, right, that is going to start aligning. And so get into a mental state of clear mind so that you can get that outside perspective that you need and get closer to the narrative that your soul is urging you to be on. And so with this, I leave you guys. I hope you guys are doing super amazing. I hope this message brings you the peace, right? The understanding, the acceptance of allowing things to unfold, allowing things to be without trying to control them. And the biggest thing, right? If it's something that, okay, I really have to do something about this, go within and start working with that fragmentation portion, that part of yourself that you don't feel connected to, so that you can go ahead and bring that knowledge, that experience, that lesson into the current situation. I promise you're gonna find the answers that you are searching for. And so I love you guys dearly. I hope you guys have an amazing day, and I'll talk to you later.